The Galactic Council was the most powerful organization in the universe. It had representatives from all known intelligent species. They handled disputes, set rules, and kept the peace across the galaxy. Usually, they were dealing with serious issues like trade agreements, territory disputes, or defense strategies. But today, they had a very unusual problem on their hands. Humans were becoming too popular. Humans, a relatively new species on the galactic scene, had started interacting with other species in the galaxy. They were not the most advanced or the strongest. They didn't have the biggest ships or the best technology. What they did have, however, was a strange ability to charm everyone they met. They were kind, curious, and, to the Council's surprise, incredibly cute. At first, the Council didn't pay much attention to this. They had more important things to worry about. But as time went on, they began to notice something strange happening. More and more species were becoming friends with humans. Trade with human colonies was booming, and aliens were visiting Earth just to see the humans in person. The Council found this trend troubling. They were supposed to be the ones in control, not these friendly small beings from a tiny planet called Earth. The final straw came when the Council received reports of alien leaders taking on human customs. The Korgans, a fearsome warrior race, had started greeting each other with human-style handshakes. The Varens, known for their stoic nature, were now seen giving each other hugs and even smiling. The Council members couldn't believe it. They felt like they were losing their grip on the galaxy, all because of these adorable humans. The Council decided something had to be done. They called a special meeting, where representatives from each species gathered to discuss the issue. The room was filled with the sounds of arguments and debates. Some members thought it was harmless, but others believed it was a threat to their authority. "We must put a stop to this madness," one of the Council members exclaimed. "If we allow this to continue, the entire galaxy will be acting like humans." After hours of discussion, they finally came to a decision. They would send an official order to Earth, demanding that humans stop their cute behavior immediately. They believed this would solve the problem and restore balance to the galaxy. The Council drafted a formal decree, and it was sent to the humans with great urgency. When the humans received the decree, they were completely baffled. They had never heard of such a strange order before. The message was clear and straightforward, but also very confusing. Humans, you are ordered to stop being cute immediately. Your behavior is affecting the balance of the galaxy. The human leaders gathered to discuss how they should respond. They couldn't decide whether to laugh or be offended. Were they really being told to stop being nice and friendly? It seemed like a joke. But the message was official, and they knew the Council was serious. After some discussion, they decided to try and comply with the order, even if it sounded ridiculous. They would make an effort to act more serious and formal in their interactions with other species. Maybe then the Council would be satisfied and things could go back to normal. However, deep down, they wondered if this plan would really work. Unbeknownst to the Council, their strange decree was about to have the exact opposite effect. The humans' attempts to stop being cute would only make them more endearing and beloved across the galaxy, setting the stage for a series of hilarious and unexpected events. The humans took the Galactic Council's decree seriously. They couldn't believe they had been ordered to stop being cute, but they were willing to try. They didn't want to upset the Council or cause any trouble in the galaxy, so they decided to change their behavior and be as serious as possible. The first step was to hold a meeting with all human ambassadors and representatives. They gathered in a large room, trying their best to look stern and formal. Usually these meetings were full of laughter and casual conversations, but this time everyone wore serious faces. It felt strange and a bit uncomfortable. Ambassador Miller, a well-known diplomat with a friendly smile, stood at the front. He cleared his throat and looked around the room. "All right, everyone," he began, trying to keep a straight face. "We need to talk about how to act less cute." A few chuckles were heard around the room, but they quickly turned into coughs as everyone remembered they were supposed to be serious. "We've been given a direct order by the Galactic Council," Miller continued. "They want us to stop being so friendly and charming. So from now on, we need to be more formal and less human, I guess." The representatives nodded, though they weren't sure how to change who they were. Being kind and friendly was just natural for them, but they agreed to try for the sake of keeping peace with the Council. The first test came during a diplomatic meeting with the Zoran, a very strict and serious species. Normally, the humans would greet them with warm smiles and friendly handshakes. This time, they practiced keeping straight faces and using formal language. When the Zoran delegation arrived, the humans stood up straight, gave stiff bows, and spoke in monotone voices. "Greetings, Honorable Zoran," Ambassador Miller said without his usual smile. "We are here to discuss the trade agreement between our planets." The Zoran looked at the humans with surprise. They had expected the usual friendly behavior, but this new, serious attitude was unexpected. Still, the meeting went on, and the humans kept up their act. They avoided small talk, didn't laugh at any jokes, and made sure to be as formal as possible. After the meeting, the Zoran leader, Chancellor Kor, pulled Miller aside. "Ambassador, is everything all right?" Kor asked, concerned. "You seem different today." Miller hesitated, trying to stay serious. "We are just trying to follow the Council's orders," he replied. "They asked us to be less cute." Chancellor Kor blinked, then burst into laughter. "Is that what this is about?" he said between laughs. "Oh, humans, you truly are unique." He patted Miller on the back, something the Zoran never did. "I don't think you understand. Your friendliness is what makes you special. It's why we like working with you." Miller was taken aback. He realized that maybe the Council's decree was a bit misguided. The Zoran didn't want the humans to change. They liked them just the way they were. But they had to keep trying, at least for now. Other meetings with different species went similarly. The humans tried to be formal and serious, but it only made their behavior more charming. The Ryla, a race known for their emotional control, found it adorable when humans stumbled over formal greetings. The Saurians, a large and grumpy species, actually smiled for the first time when a human diplomat nervously tried to maintain a straight face. Word spread quickly. The more the humans tried to hide their cuteness, the more everyone noticed it. Their attempts to be serious were seen as endearing rather than off-putting. Aliens started telling stories about the serious humans who were trying so hard to follow the rules. It became a galaxy-wide joke, but in a good way. The Galactic Council watched in disbelief. Their plan was failing spectacularly. Instead of stopping humans from being popular, their order had made them even more loved. They couldn't understand how such a simple order could go so wrong. The humans, on the other hand, were starting to see the funny side of it. They were still trying to be serious, but it was getting harder to keep a straight face. Every time they tried, it seemed to make things worse, or maybe better in a way they never expected. The Galactic Council's attempt to stop humans from being cute was failing spectacularly. News of the Council's decree spread quickly across the galaxy, and the reaction was far from what they had hoped. Instead of lessening humans' charm, the decree made their behavior even more popular. The humans continued their efforts to be more serious, but their attempts only made them more lovable. Their awkwardly formal meetings, stilted conversations, and earnest attempts to follow the Council's order became a source of amusement for many. Aliens from various planets started visiting Earth and human colonies just to see the cute humans in action. One morning, the Rylans, known for their love of curiosity, arrived on Earth with great excitement. They had heard so much about the humans' efforts to act serious that they wanted to see it for themselves. They landed their sleek, shiny ships in a field near a human city and eagerly made their way to the nearest human embassy. The Rylans were greeted by Ambassador Sarah, who was doing her best to maintain a serious demeanor. She wore a stiff suit and tried to keep her voice as formal as possible. "Welcome to Earth, honored Rylans," she said, trying not to smile. "We are pleased to host you." The Rylans looked at each other, trying to stifle their giggles. They had expected seriousness, but found the scene hilariously adorable. Ambassador Sarah's serious face, combined with her occasional slip into a genuine smile, was too charming to ignore. The Rylans couldn't help but laugh. The more Sarah tried to be serious, the more amusing and endearing she appeared. Meanwhile, the Zoran, still amused by the previous encounters, had started sharing their stories with other species. Soon the whole galaxy was buzzing with tales of the serious humans. Aliens began visiting Earth in droves, eager to experience the charm for themselves. Human colonies were packed with curious visitors, all hoping to see the humans in their serious state. On another planet, the Varans, who had previously adopted human-like hugs and smiles, found themselves caught up in the trend. They decided to hold their own serious events, mimicking human behavior in an exaggerated way. They dressed up in human-style suits and tried their hand at baking cookies, though the results were often amusingly disastrous. The Varens' attempts to act cute were so exaggerated that they became a popular attraction among other species. Back on Earth, humans began to notice the increasing number of alien visitors. They found it puzzling at first, but as they learned more about the Council's decree and its unintended effects, they couldn't help but laugh. The idea that their efforts to be less cute had made them more popular was both funny and flattering. In one notable event, a large gathering was held in a human city where species from all over the galaxy came together. The event was meant to showcase human attempts to be serious, but it turned into a celebration of human charm. Aliens and humans alike enjoyed the festivities, which included everything from awkwardly formal dances to serious discussions about human culture. The entire event was a joyful mix of earnest efforts and genuine affection. As the days went by, it became clear that the Galactic Council's decree had backfired in the most unexpected way. Instead of reducing the humans' popularity, it had made them the galaxy's favorite attraction. The Council watched in frustration and confusion as their plan unraveled before their eyes. Their serious order had only highlighted the very qualities they had hoped to suppress. The humans, now accustomed to their unexpected fame, embraced their new role. They continued their efforts to follow the decree, but with a sense of humor. They understood that their cute behavior was what made them special to others, and they decided to enjoy the attention rather than fight against it. The Galactic Council, facing the reality of their failed decree, had to accept that their attempts to control the situation had led to a surprising outcome. The galaxy, now filled with tales of human charm and the hilarious attempts of other species to copy it, found a new appreciation for the unique qualities of humans. The Galactic Council's decree had done something unexpected. It had made humans even more popular and beloved across the galaxy. The more humans tried to be serious, the more they were admired for their natural charm. Seeing this, many alien species decided to try a new strategy. They would mimic human behavior in an attempt to capture some of that irresistible cuteness for themselves. The trend began with the Varens, a species known for their stoic demeanor. They had previously tried to act cute by adopting human hugs and smiles, but they decided to go further. They started holding human-themed events, complete with human-style parties, music, and even cooking demonstrations. The Varens, usually very formal, now wore brightly colored clothing and tried to bake cookies, though their results were often hilariously burnt or undercooked. Their efforts were both amusing and endearing, turning them into a galaxy-wide sensation. Meanwhile, the Korgans, a fierce and intimidating warrior race, decided to get in on the trend. Known for their gruff voices and intimidating appearances, the Korgans began to experiment with human gestures. They attempted to greet each other with human-style handshakes and even practiced saying, "please" and "thank you." The Korgans, who usually avoided such polite expressions, found themselves laughing at their own awkward attempts. Their effort to be cute was so out of character that it quickly became a hit among other species. In a galaxy far from Earth, the Dravens, a highly logical and emotionless species, took things to a new level. They decided to imitate human activities such as playing games and telling jokes. The Dravens set up game nights where they played human board games, though their approach was overly analytical and methodical. They tried to understand and appreciate humor, but often found themselves puzzled by human jokes. Their attempts to lighten up were seen as both entertaining and endearing. The Torg, known for their advanced technology and serious demeanor, also joined the trend. They started holding cute contests where they dressed up in human-style costumes and tried to perform human-like dances. The Torg, usually very serious, found themselves having a great time and laughing at their own efforts. Their attempts to be cute while clumsy brought joy to many of their fellow species. Back on Earth, humans were both amused and flattered by the imitations. They watched videos and heard stories about how other species were trying to copy their behavior. While they found it funny, they also appreciated the positive attention it brought. Humans began to share their own stories about the alien attempts, often with laughter and pride. One day, a large intergalactic event was organized to celebrate the newfound trend. Aliens from all over the galaxy came together to showcase their attempts at human behavior. The event featured a variety of performances, from Varens trying to cook human dishes to Korgans attempting human-style dances. The highlight of the event was a talent show where different species performed their best human impressions. The crowd was entertained by the Torg's awkward but enthusiastic dance routines, and they cheered for the Draven's attempts at telling human jokes. The event was filled with laughter and joy as species from all corners of the galaxy came together to appreciate the charm of humans and their influence. The Galactic Council, watching the event from afar, had to acknowledge that their decree had created a galaxy-wide phenomenon. They saw that their attempt to curb human cuteness had instead sparked a trend that brought species closer together. The council members, though still puzzled, could not deny the positive impact of the human's natural charm. In the end, the galaxy had learned to embrace the unique qualities of humans. Alien species continued to enjoy and imitate human behavior, and the Galactic Council realized that sometimes trying to control something could lead to the most delightful surprises. The trend of being cute continued to spread, and the galaxy was a happier, more connected place because of it. The Galactic Council had watched the events unfold with growing amazement. Their decree, intended to suppress the charming behavior of humans, had backfired spectacularly. Instead of achieving their goal, it had made humans even more beloved and influenced other species to imitate their cute ways. The Council realized that their attempt to control something so intrinsic to humans had not only failed, but had also brought a surprising positive change to the galaxy. The Council held an emergency meeting to discuss the situation. Representatives from all member species gathered, their faces filled with curiosity and concern. The Council's leader, High Counselor Zara, stood at the front of the room. She had been watching the galaxy's reactions to their decree and had come to a realization. "Fellow Council members," Zara began, "we must address the situation regarding our decree against human behavior. What started as an attempt to control has become a galaxy-wide phenomenon, and we must reconsider our stance." The room fell silent as the members listened. Zara continued, "Our goal was to reduce human influence, but it seems we have underestimated their charm and the joy they bring to others. Instead of being a problem, their behavior has united species and brought laughter and friendship." There was murmuring among the representatives. Some nodded in agreement, while others remained skeptical. The Korgans, who had tried so hard to adopt human gestures, spoke up. "We have seen how human behavior has brought our species closer together," said Chancellor Kor. "Their attempts to remain serious only made them more endearing. Perhaps we should embrace this instead of trying to change it." The Zoran, who had previously mocked the human attempts to be formal, also supported the idea. "The humans have shown us that being genuine and kind is not a weakness but a strength," said Chancellor Tall. "Their influence has been positive. It's time we acknowledge that and adapt." After much discussion, the Council reached a consensus. They decided to lift the decree and officially recognize the positive impact of human behavior on the galaxy. A new message was drafted and sent to Earth, acknowledging their charm and encouraging all species to continue embracing it. The humans received the new message with relief and joy. The decree had been a source of confusion and frustration, but the reversal was a welcome change. Human leaders held a celebration to thank the other species for their support and to mark the end of the strange decree. At the celebration, representatives from various species joined in the festivities. The Torg, known for their serious demeanor, danced with enthusiasm, while the Varens served human-style cookies with pride. The Dravens played human games with a new understanding of their appeal, and the Korgans greeted everyone with genuine warmth. As the celebration continued, the Galactic Council's representatives joined the party, sharing their own experiences of trying to act cute. They laughed and mingled with the humans and other species, finding joy in the shared experiences. The event was a testament to the positive change that had come from the Council's initial mistake. High Counselor Zara, watching the scene with satisfaction, reflected on the journey. "We set out to control something we didn't fully understand," she said to her fellow council members. "In the process, we discovered that the qualities we tried to suppress were the very ones that brought us all closer together." The Council's change of heart marked a new era of cooperation and mutual respect among the galaxy's species. Humans continued to be their charming selves, and other species embraced their influence. The unexpected turn of events had led to a more connected and joyful galaxy. The Galactic Council, once focused on control, had learned an important lesson. They saw that sometimes embracing the unique qualities of others could lead to the most profound and positive changes. The galaxy thrived on diversity and connection, and the humans had shown everyone how to appreciate and celebrate those differences.